confidence, growth mindset, self-improvement, and professional maturity. Again, think about the perspective of other person also. If a person is saying something to you, is it for them or is it for you? Even if it is for them, try to make it for you. So for the interview answer, describe the feedback context, detail your initial reaction, because we are, again, human beings. Don't say that, oh, yes, they said something bad about my, anything about my behavior or about my professional capabilities, and I was smiling. No, you can't. Your initial reaction could be that, oh, I was very dejected, or I felt angry, or I felt depressed, and then quickly shift to constructive mindset. And please do it in your real life also. And again, that's why I'm saying that these presentations are very helpful for me, and in my personal mind and space. So outline your actions, what specific actions you took to address the feedback. For example, seeking additional training, mentoring, altering your work approach, or then how you positively reached an outcome. So, for example, in my previous role as a specialty doctor, I received feedback that my time management skills need improvement. So initially I was surprised that I thought that, oh, I'm doing so much hard work and I do it so well. But then I thought that, no, there must be something if someone is saying that to me. So I quickly tried to request the senior consultant about how to prioritize the work, MDT cases or cancer pathway cases, and then do the other routine cases later on in my own space and time. And I started using more structured approach to work. And this led to more efficient diagnostic work management, better turnaround time execution, and positive recognition from my team members and seniors. So if you are applying for a locum consultant, this would be a good example. But again, I would say try to, because the interviewers are again human beings. They can judge that if you are telling a structured answer or a formulated answer, or if you are telling a true answer. So you can just take any example from your real life, but even if you have not behaved in that way, what you should have done and how do you think that in future you would do. So they want a person to behave in a good collaborative way with the colleagues, who is able to take constructive feedback. It's not that every time feedback is provided to you in a nice way. So it can be something which you have to, for us as a future consultants or as a present consultants or as senior people in NHS, we have to develop how to give good feedback. So, but usually they will ask you that how to take a negative feedback. I hope that was helpful, because it's very hard to take a negative feedback. It's very hard to, and we always become very defensive immediately. And we always think that no, other person is wrong. And we always think that they have got some secret agenda behind that negative feedback. So that's why I'm saying that remove the perspective from all the practicality point of view. Also remove the perspective from them to yourself and take an example, rehearse, and then action and results or reflection should be the most important part in your answer. So this is also a very common question, that conflict resolution. And we have got some webinars and some, again, internet has got many, resources. So, and again, we do get into conflict with our colleagues or co-workers. And I would say personally also. So this webinars are developing me in a very nice way. So how do you identify and manage a conflict? So important thing is first is that identify a conflict as a conflict, that there is something going on. And even if conflict is going on between two of your colleagues, you have to intervene. Why? Because we are working in a patient care situation. If it is escalated and no one else is there to help, please help them. And for interview also, you can just say that, okay, recently I don't have an example for myself. However, I can give you an example when I saw two people, something like that. Even you can answer like that, but be genuine for that. And so what's a conflict? It's a disagreement, clash between ideas, individuals, or personalities. So it can be related to work, or it can be related to, your even just a personality clash. So different types of conflicts can be there between two team members, between individual and senior, or between patient. Usually we are not, because in on patient front, so that's not for us. And it can be related to tasks which we do day by day. The conflict, that how to manage a task or how to execute a task. It can be related to a process, that we are not able to be on an agreement that, oh, this thing should be done in this way. So, they say that 6 and 9, if you put it on the table, so someone would see it as 6 and someone would see it, the other person would see it as 9. So it's not that both are wrong or both are right. So you have to first identify the conflict, identify then whether it's a task, a process, or relationship. So you can put an example in your mind about any of these, related to any of these. So what are the stages of conflict resolution? And these stages should be in your answer, actually. So conflict resolution is very important, I would say, skill. And over there, you can't, I have put the upper right diagram. It's initially, personally for me, it used to be avoid. That avoid the person, or avoid the situation, or avoid the task, or avoid the conflict. But gradually, I have tried myself to be, because instead of avoiding, most of the time, because we are working in a patient, safety or patient health care environment, patients might suffer. So we have to manage that. We have to face the conflict, and then gradually you can just go to a compromise. So compromise is the best way. And how to do that? Collaborating, accommodating, and then if you just are competing with each other, that's also, because being competitive is not a bad thing. But if your competition is leading to patient safety issues, that needs to be resolved. So you have to go through all these stages in your answer. And these are: investigate, find common ground, brainstorm potential solutions, agree or search for a solution, establish responsibilities, and agree on workable solution, and document if necessary for conflict resolution. So 3 C's of conflict resolution: communication, collaboration, and compromise. So avoiding, which I was doing before, is not a solution at all. Try to brainstorm the ideas, try to see the common ground. We are, again, human beings. We have got different ideas, different perspective, different styles, different thought processes. Our background is different. Our upbringing, our values might not be different, but our upbringing is different. So we have to find a common ground. So try to find middle ground, make concessions to meet the need of both sides, and try to be the middle person also. If you see someone getting into conflict at your workplace, and don't say that, oh, it's not related to me, and I'm giving you this personal advice, not for interview, actually, that, oh, it's not related to me directly, so I won't bother. And that's what we do. Not always, but sometimes we do that. Oh, it's not directly related to me, let them be. No, please intervene. So I myself have got into conflict, and sometimes I wish that someone else had intervened at that time. So again, just a personal advice, that please try to intervene, try to listen, try to communicate, try to make them realize, try to not on the spot, afterwards. And we can all reach personal grounds. Pitfalls are, this is very important, that don't bring it in your interview answer also. That because this person said at that time, and the people with strong memory do tend to do that. So don't bring up previous unrelated conflicts, and attacking character or personal traits. This is not good. So even in real life, not related to your interview answer, please don't attack a person's character or personal trait, and making assumptions based on personal biases. So that, when you communicate openly, generally most of the things gets resolved. And communication is the key, I would say. That because no one can sit in your mind or enter your mind and realize that what you are thinking. So it's always like that you have to be open what you are thinking, and try to be sincere. Try to be sincere to yourself, not only with the people around you, because you have to be your own best version. I'm repeating, I think maybe 10th time I have repeated in this presentation. So life is for once only. The Gen Z says YOLO, you only live once. Yes, you only live once. So try not to waste it. Try not to be, a problem for other people around you at workplace, or I would say again, in personal life also. So nature of workplace conflicts often demands time for issues to unravel. So say it in your answer that after some days or after some time, I did this. And emotions to settle and perspective to clarify. Perspective is very important, to be honest. And my personal experience is that I received day before 360 feedback, and I was so happy. I was out of, just over the moon or ninth cloud. I don't know which example should I give. So to see that, yes, apart from just one suggestion, uh, one person, the people who wrote, I can't be blessed enough, more enough, and I can't be thankful to God or higher being or to nature more than that. So always take time for issues to unravel, emotions to settle down, and perspectives. So perception to perspective. This is today's take, apart from interview. I should start, some sessions just for my own well-being and for other people's well-being. Okay, so this is an example. I just said that there was a issue of duty, and this one is a real example. Duty schedule, and the less experienced doctors and more senior consultants had different roles assigned, and workload was not taking as per seniority, and there was resistance among senior colleagues, and so it was conflict among the whole team actually. And the junior pathologists were not able to sign serious or malignant or complex or complicated cases by themselves. And the senior colleagues were saying that we are not able to take the responsibility for the junior doctors. So having an outstanding rapport with the clinicians was very important at that time, because the department was undergoing a transition. And once you lose your rapport, so it's very difficult to get it back. So, and once you develop a rapport with clinician as a diagnostician, even if you, and we will make mistake, even if you make mistake, then other person knows that, oh, you are the best of the diagnosticians for 99% of the time. So 1% doesn't matter. So that's how you outstanding rapport with clinicians is very imperative for our own, the routine day-to-day work. So two of my colleagues were engaged in a heated dispute, and tumor board cases were to be presented, and regarding who to sign off difficult cases. So it wasn't clear that junior pathologists were steering clear of their duty or were actually not confident enough. So then I decided to intervene, took the colleagues to the meeting room and separately talked to them, and requested all the other colleagues to have an interdepartmental meeting. We saw the cases together and finalized for the tumor board. And then using this strategy, actually, plan on ongoing meeting with the department. So then we started that intra-departmental meeting should be there. So it helped a lot. I think I gave that example before also, that it helped us as senior consultants to see more and more difficult cases, which widened our experience, and all sorts of subspecialties and all sorts of complexities. And for Caesar also, we do need width and depth and of the specimen types. And then the colleagues had to participate equally, and then pathologists had to scope. So I was thinking afterwards, now when I was doing this presentation, that if I had not intervened, what would have been the situation? Tumor board might not have it would have happened, but the cases might not have been ready for that, or the clinician would have been informed that, oh, the histopathology department is in conflict and junior pathologists are not able to sign off the reports and those things. And or colleagues might not talk to each other for a couple of days more. And so you have to, because of my intervention, this happened, and this led to a very nice, so this is an example for kind of a leadership also, and kind of conflict resolution also. So we have to play a part as leaders, as conflict resolutors, if that is a word even. And you don't need the title, to be honest. You don't need the title to be a human being, do you? So there is a TED talk also that test how, if you are I can't remember the exact title for that TED talk, but again, that is that test if you are a human. So that's a very nice TED talk. Please do see that. And to talk in TED NHS, that is one of my another dream. So I will talk about my dreams in each session also. And I hope I'm able to fulfill some of those, and to visit Europe, all the European countries. Okay, so using communication skills, how you sought to involve others in helping you deal with the patient. Over here, we are not dealing with the patients. So even you can involve another colleague to intervene, to deal with the difficult colleague yourself. So you can give the example, give the action, and give the reflection or result, and then give your that what would be your ongoing future. That's love. So you see, now in past 2 minutes, I have used many I's. I have used many times that I did this, I did that, and my reflection, that if I had not intervened. So you have to be like that in an interview. Impress others. If you people were not impressed, then this is not my fault. Sorry. Okay. Then it can be leadership questions. Leadership questions could be that describe your leadership style. That is one of the common questions. Or if there is a situation, how would you lead? Something like that. So you can say anything, not anything, but you can say about your leadership style. I would say that we all are leaders in our own accord, in our own way. And sometimes we unknowingly behave like leaders. Sometimes we don't even know, but we have to lead. We have to lead someone, we have to lead some people, we have to lead juniors, we have to lead, in your personal life, some people. So discover your leadership style. There are many on internet, again, many types of democratic or autocratic or lead by example. Or so discover your leadership style. And I think we do switch from one style to another from time to time, depending on the situation. But in interview, focus on one only, please. So if they ask you, what's your leadership style? So that should be your true style with an example. Not only say that, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and or my leadership style is democratic and I always believe in collaboration of the team and this one and that one. No, give an example also, that this is my leadership style and how I implemented in a certain example. So we all must have an example associated with this question. So I would describe my leadership style as adaptable yet direct. And I understand people have got different ways of learning and communicating. So I try to adapt how I lead to meet the needs of each team member. And I also ensure, and please don't say that, no, I have never been in a leadership position. That's why I'm saying we all are leaders. Even if you are a junior doctor, you are a leader. Even if you are, I would say any person in any job, you are a leader at a certain stage, at a certain level, at a certain ladder step. So never ever say that I have never been in a leadership position, please. And think about your leadership style. There are many, sometimes, this quizzes are also there. And also try to every week or every 2 weeks, try to do some personality quiz or try to do some quiz to give you insight for your own thought processes. Again, this is my personal advice that that will help you develop that what could be the, again, you might get some negative feedback from that quiz. So try to focus on those shortcomings.